to You're Doing Great, Kinda, a podcast that delivers no-nonsense motivation for messy humans from someone who's still figuring it out too. I'm Sean. I'm not a therapist, even though I've always kind of wanted to be one. I'm just a guy who's lived some life, made a bunch of mistakes, and still believes in showing up with heart, humor, and a little bit of hope. If you're having a hard time coping, or if things feel too heavy to handle, please reach out for help. Therapy is not a weakness, it's wisdom. And if you're experiencing thoughts of self-harm or hurting others, there are professionals ready to support you. Please call or text 988 in the U.S. for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You are not alone. All right, let's get into it. So, confession time. The other day I was so mentally fried that I celebrated brushing my teeth like I'd won an Olympic medal. Like actually fist pump in the mirror because that's how bad it was. That morning, I had to convince myself to get up just to feed the cat. And even then, I thought, he's got a little extra fluff, he'll be fine. I still fed him, don't come for me. But here's the thing. I still got up. I still showed up. And that's the win. Even if I did it in mismatched socks and emotional damage sweatpants. Let's be real for a second. We glorify doing it all. The hustle, the grind, the highlight reels. Rise and grind culture makes it feel like if you're not crushing 7 goals before sunrise, you're falling behind. But here's the truth no one puts on a coffee mug. Sometimes survival is success. Because showing up isn't always pretty or productive. It's not a montage with upbeat music and you doing yoga on a mountain. Sometimes showing up is logging into Zoom with a camera off vibe and a dead stare. Sometimes it's eating cereal for dinner because that's what you've got in you. But the fact that you're still moving forward, however slowly, that matters. You showed up. And you might not realize it, but every time you do, you build a tiny little layer of self-trust. You prove to yourself that even on hard days, you're still capable of choosing you. I had a friend once tell me, I didn't shower for 3 days, but I answered 1 email today and I feel like Beyonce. And you know what? That's the exact energy I want this show to have. You don't need to be perfect to be proud of yourself. We don't clap only for the big wins here. We clap for the tiny ones, the weird ones, and the ones no one else even notices. So if today's version of showing up is sitting on the floor with your laundry pile and just existing, you're doing great. Like, kinda. But we love kinda. All right, here's your gentle challenge today. Notice one thing you did that counts as showing up. Not something impressive, not something you did for someone else, something you did for you. Maybe it was responding to that one stressful message. Maybe it was drinking a full glass of water instead of a 4th coffee. Maybe it was not canceling that appointment even though you wanted to. Whatever it is, acknowledge it and say this out loud if you need to. That counts. Because the more you recognize those moments, the easier it becomes to build momentum, not shame. We're done shaming ourselves for not being perfect. Here's your try not to spiral reminder of the day. You are not a failure just because you're not crushing it every second. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're just a human, doing your best in a world that's a lot. And if all you did today was wake up and try again, well, damn, I think that's pretty incredible. So breathe, stretch, scroll past the highlight reels, and remember, you showed up. That counts. Try not to spiral. That's your pep talk. Take what you need, leave the rest, and maybe eat something that isn't beige. If this helped, send it to someone else who's barely holding it together too. Let's be soft places to land for each other. I'm Sean, and this is You're Doing Great, Kinda. Catch you next time.